In today's video, we're going to do a review, and that review is going to be on the Lawlock Tools Valyrian pick set. Now, before we get started, I just want to say I'm not sponsored by Lawlock Tools or anybody else for that matter. Sometimes companies send me products, and sometimes I'll do reviews on those products. In this case, Andy at Lawlock Tools has sent this set to me so that it can be given away in my 20,000 subscriber giveaway. But it's a very popular set, and I thought it would be good to do a review in it. So let's get into it. Firstly, let's have a quick look at the case that the Valyrian lockpick set comes in. It's this ripstop material, which I think should be quite hard wearing, and then you have got a stitched edge on the case as well. Should protect it pretty well. The case is sealed with a really loud Velcro strip, and then we've got a couple of pockets inside for the picks to sit in. Now, these picks don't actually take up much room in the case, so it does mean that you've got room there for extra picks. I've got a custom pick here, which is a lot longer than a normal size pick, and if I pop that in there, I can easily close the lid. It's not getting caught at all. So it should be able to fit all sorts of extra tools in there, even if they are a little bit longer. We've got a secondary pouch down here, and currently the tensioners are stored in there. I have seen other people as well unpick this top line of stitching on the Velcro, and they're able to use that to store tensioners as well. I'm not going to force that in and break the stitching. But I have seen it done, and that means that you've got an extra pocket. Does mean that as you're opening and closing this, that you could weaken that Velcro. Not recommending you do it, just saying that some people have done it. Right, well, let's have a quick look at the tools that you get inside the kit. This lockpick set comes with 7 different tensioners. We've got 4 top of the keyway tensioners, and we've got 3 bottom of the keyway tensioners. The bottom of the keyway tensioners, you've got your classic sort of L design. These are all 0.8 thick, but they've got a slightly different shape on the end of them. This one here it's pretty much straight as it goes around, and these two here taper a little bit. That just gives you more options when you're picking locks. If I grab that straight one, pop him in this lock, reach for a pick. Now in this particular lock, I'm going to struggle to get into those pins. See, I'm hitting the pins already because this tensioner has taken up too much room in that keyway. But we've got options if we grab one of these tapered. Let's grab that one there. So we put it all the way in and just come out just a little bit, and I think that should give us, we've got room now to get all the way down to those back pins. So that just gives you options. Nice to see that variation. The top of the keyway tensioners are all the same shape, but we've got 4 different sizes, and they are all laser etched with those sizes. We've got the Lawlock Tools logo in the middle there, and this one here is 2mm thick, or 78 thousandths. And we've got let's just get these organised a little bit better for you. We've got 1.2mm, a 1mm, and a 0.8mm. They're all exactly the same design. Let's just grab that one there. All the same design, so you've got a shorter return on one end and a longer return on the other. That's just so that if we pop him in the lock as he would go, so he sits in the top of the keyway like that. And you want the end that's going to sit flush as possible to the lock. So some keyways are recessed. Not sure if that one's completely recessed, but you can see that keyway is slightly deeper than this one. I think he just fits in there, but he doesn't quite catch. So in this case, I would use the deeper end for that lock. It sits in there quite nicely, and that shallower end I would use for that master lock. So having the variations of thicknesses and sizes just gives you more options when you're tackling different locks. Let's take a look at the picks that you get in this set. So overall we've got 16, and that is made up of 5 rakes and 11 hooks, or tools that are designed to tackle single pin picking. The picks themselves are, overall we're looking at about 5.5 or 135mm, and the handles on these, it's difficult to measure actually, but you're looking around about 95 to 100mm. So the Valyrian set comes in 2 different thicknesses. You've got the Valyrian set and the Valyrian Euro. So this is the Valyrian Euro. Means they are slightly thinner. So the Euro is 19 thousandths or 0.5mm. The normal Valyrian set, or the standard one if you like, is a little bit thicker. So it's 25 thousandths of an inch or 0.6mm. So I think what we'll do now is give you a little bit of a close-up of these hooks here and these rakes, just so you can appreciate the variety of different tips that you get in there. There's a good selection of picking tips that come with this set. As you can see there, we have got short hooks, we've got medium hooks, we've got deep hooks, and there's also some more speciality picks. If you look over on the left there, we've got 3 variations on the DeForest half diamond. I really like those picks to get into. If you've got an open keyway and the lock's perhaps got high lift pins in the back, I find that they're great for sneaking in there and setting those back pins. Also in the middle there we've got the scimitar pick. That is one of my all-time favourites, and next to it is the teardrop pick. Both of those were designed by Tiffany, who's a very well respected, if not legendary, pick maker. Makes custom picks, but he's designed a lot of these tips as well. But those 2 picks in particular have got me so many opens over the years, and they are ones that I reach for regularly. Looking next at the rake profiles that we get in the Valyrian set. We have got 3 classic rakes, if you like. So going left to right, we've got the 3-peak Bogota, we've got a city rake, and we've also got a snake rake. Those 3 have been popular rakes for years and years, so it's good to see them included in this set. The 2 picks on the right, however, are hybrid picks, so they're kind of like a rake and a pick combined. So they're designed so that you, kind of rake the lock to perhaps to a full set, and then you can flip the pick over and you can do single pin picking with them as well. Our first victim is going to be this master lock number 5. There's the key bit in. So I'll put our bottom of the keyway tensioner in and pull it out a little bit, as I explained earlier, just to give us a little bit more room in the keyway. And we're going to go in with this snake rake, give him a bit of a wiggle, pulse that tension, and see if he gives up the goods. Being a master lock, it doesn't take too much. Let's see if we can also get that done. Reach for the city rake. We'll see if that gets the job done as well. Master lock only have 4 pins. They don't have security pins. So yeah, raking them, is going to get you really quick opens. Next lock we're going to tackle is this ERA. It's a 6-pin lock. There's the key bit in, some highs and lows on that. If I reach in with our top of the keyway tensioner, I've got a 1.2 with the longer end to reach into that sort of recessed keyway. And the hook I'm going to use is the Tiffany teardrop. So I've got to click on 2, 3, 4, 5, little one on 6. We just dropped into a really deep full set, so we're looking for a spool. So I'm going to lighten up on the tension. And there he is. I think he's pin number 5. Just allow him to set, and there we go. We got this one open. Next lock we're going to tackle is this battered old Abus 9050. Now we've got quite a tight keyway. I'm going to use top of the keyway, and I'm going to reach in with this DeForest half diamond. It can be a bit tight in keyways like this, but it can also sneak around, sneak up the back and set those pins. So let's see if we can't get this one open. Yeah, if you give the pick a bit of a twist as you're picking it, I'm sort of curling it around that walled-in. Tensioner fell out, but we did get this one open. A few final facts and figures, and then we can wrap up this review. So the Valyrian sets, the Euro and the Standard, is all made of 301 high yield stainless steel, which is just about the best pick steel you can get. The Valyrian set sells for £49 or $62, and the Valyrian Euro sells for £60, which is $77. And even looking at the more expensive end of the scale there with the Valyrian Euro, when you break it down to these 23 different items, you're only paying a couple of dollars per pick, per tensioner. So I think that's pretty good. What do I think of the set? The Lawlock Valyrian set has been around for a long time. It's highly regarded on the Reddit LPU. It's regularly recommended, and with good reason. We've got all sorts of different profiles. If you're just starting out in lockpicking, perhaps you've bought one of the Chinese sets and you wanted to upgrade from that, this is a great next step. It won't really break the bank at sort of $62 to $77. And for that money, you get a whole host of tools that are going to get you through an awful lot of locks. I mean, the only downside I would say is that the picks themselves are quite thin, particularly if you get the Euro set, and they are quite flexy in your hands. When you balance that off against the amount of tools you get in the set, I don't think it's too much of a negative. I know there are people out there that get lolly sticks, like the wooden sort of popsicle sticks you get. You can put one on either side of it and you can wrap it in heat shrink or something like that, just to make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more rigid. I make custom picks, so this is what I use the Valyrian set for. I get wooden scales, put them either side, and you've got a really beautiful, solid custom pick. So yeah, I really rate the set. I think it's fantastic, particularly for the price point. Great materials, great selection of tools. Anyway, thanks for watching today. I hope you found that useful if you're considering buying this particular set, and I'll see you on the next video.